Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to be extending eastward down Ocean Boulevard, which is this road right here. And I finally came up with a name for this area of the city. So we are on the northern coast of the city. So North Coast in Spanish is pronounced Costa Norte. So I figured that should be the name of my new district, Costa Norte. I really like it. So all of these roads off to the east are going to be built today, including the highway. So let's get started. So starting with the highway, because that is the biggest road of the area, I decided that this section of the highway I want to have sunken in the ground so that way the street grid can continue and not be interrupted with a giant bridge essentially cutting through the cityscape. So I'm going to decide to do a sunken highway for this section, and I think it worked out really well. I only extended it maybe 3 blocks, but that's all we need for now. I'm basically just going the length of the park. So that is what I'm going to be doing for the first half of the video. So all these roads did not take very long at all. I mean, they're just roads. So I was like, I gotta build something extra. So that is where I decided to build these few buildings that you see behind me. So let's get started with them. The first building is based off of Brickell on the Bay, or Brickell on the River, I believe, in Miami, Florida. I built the South Tower because it is a 2-tower complex. I decided to go with the South Tower. I just prefer the look of it more. So yeah, that is what this first building is based off of. The base is obviously going to be a little bit different because this is not going to be a twin tower setup. It's going to be a single tower. The base is going to be different than real life, but the tower is pretty accurate to the real thing. After the tower is done, I can begin working on the parking garage. It has a ground floor filled with shops, and then 6 floors of parking, followed by a pool deck on top of it. You may notice that the garage is slightly separated from the tower. It's not like completely joined together. There is going to be pedestrian bridges connecting them. This is actually a very common design in Florida. They'll have a breezeway between the 2 structures that can be filled with greenery and allow natural light to hit those units that are facing the parking garage. So that is why I decided to go with this design, just because it works a little bit better and more units get more natural light, which is what we want. So while I was building the parking garage, Mr. Ranks was over here building a small, nice, detailed building. I don't exactly know what it's going to be, but it's probably going to be residential because it has a courtyard in the middle. But the facades that he makes are just so good. I can't replicate them. They're so good. While Ranks was completing his building, I decided to go around and do some of the landscaping. That included all the street fronts and the store shop fronts. They do not have interior yet. I am probably going to do an entire episode dedicated to the ground floors of every building because I want those to be done. And then also I wanted to do the breezeway with some nice palm trees and string lights to kind of brighten it up, and just trees everywhere. Trees make everything feel more shaded and just nice and cool. And then I had room for one more building, so I decided to do a generic hotel, nothing crazy. It's about 13-14 floors tall, so it's pretty big but not crazy. Then once I finish this hotel, I do some last minute details and landscaping, and that'll conclude this first section of Costa Norte. Thank you all for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, and if you really enjoyed, hit that subscribe button. I will catch you all in the next episode. I think I'm going to keep extending Costa Norte, get these skyscrapers knocked out for all of the plots that I have laid out, and then I have something really big planned after that. Not gonna say what it is, but you'll see. See you in the next episode. Bye.